What's up guys, my name is Ace, and today we're going to be looking at the charge times for the specialist power weapons and abilities in Black Ops 3. We're going to look at exactly how long it takes to earn each one of the specialist abilities as well as power weapons. Then we're going to be looking at the effect that score has on this, and game mode, as well as the Overclock perk in Black Ops 3. Let's get into it. Alright guys, before we get into the numbers here, I just wanted to say that I did refer to Blame Truth's numbers. He actually did a video on this quite a long time ago, and I used that as a reference, but I did double check pretty much all of the numbers, and some of the numbers have changed a little bit since his video. So I will link that original video down below if you want to go and check that out, but just keep in mind, I'm going to be taking things to the next level with this video. I'm going like a few steps deeper with the analysis of this. Alright, so here we go. Here are all the charge times for all of the abilities and power weapons for Team Deathmatch and Free-For-All. Now keep in mind with these charge times, it assumes that no score has been earned. So you're not getting any kills, you're not playing the objective, you're not doing anything. You're just standing still at the beginning of the match. And as you can see, I separated the abilities and the power weapons, and they're actually sorted in order from fastest to earn to the slowest to earn, from top to bottom. And you may notice that most of the abilities you definitely earn faster than the power weapons, with a few exceptions that are right up there with the power weapons, like the Vision Pulse, Kinetic Armor, and Combat Focus. And then on the other end of that, like I was saying, the power weapons are typically a lot slower to earn. They take a lot longer to earn, with one exception, which is the Ripper. And the Ripper you actually earn faster than any of the power weapons or abilities in the game, which is just really interesting to point out. Now, there's really not too much to say about this. I would highly recommend you screenshot this and save it somewhere, or just favorite the video. You can always refer back to this, but we are going to be moving on here. So if you do want to take a better look at these numbers, you can just pause it and have a look. Alright, so next up, we're going to look at how the game mode actually has an impact on these charge times. And I used Team Deathmatch and Free-For-All as a baseline because they're both exactly the same, and everything seems to go up from there when you start getting into objective game modes, because there's more score to go around in objective game modes. And therefore, they didn't want you earning specialist abilities like all over the place in objective game modes and then have them really hard to earn in Team Deathmatch and Free-For-All. So that's the reason we have these multipliers. Now, I didn't cover every single game mode in the game, but I did cover some of the more common ones and some of the ones that really stood out in my mind. So for Domination, you basically just take any of those times and then multiply it by, it's roughly 1.65. And the simple reason that I say roughly is just because I can't really see like how many milliseconds it is. So the actual number might be like 2 minutes, 18.35 seconds or something like that. But I did do a little bit of rounding when you're looking at those charge times. So that's why I just say it's roughly 1.65. If you use this multiplier, you'll be within a second or two for your charge time. As for Safeguard, there's a little bit less score to go around in Safeguard compared to Domination, mainly because you get 50 score per kill instead of 100 score per kill. So for Safeguard, the multiplier is a little bit less, and it's a 1.3 multiplier. As for Hardpoint, there's actually quite a bit of score that goes around in Hardpoint, so the multiplier is a little bit higher than Domination. It's 1.83 seconds. And then finally, for Search and Destroy, this one really caught my eye. It's a multiplier of 3.38. That means you take those charge times and multiply it by 3.38, and that's how long it's going to take you to earn it in Search and Destroy, assuming you're not playing the objective or getting any kills. And the simple reason for that is they just didn't want these power weapons all over the place in Search and Destroy, because oftentimes they're kind of unbalanced in face-to-face gunfights. It's just an insta-kill and you have no real chance of fighting back, and Search and Destroy is not a respawn game mode, so that would be really, really frustrating. So they basically designed it with this multiplier so that if you are doing well, you will earn a power weapon by the end of a Search and Destroy game, assuming you don't finish it within just 4 really quick rounds or something like that. But if you're doing well, you can earn one. If you don't do so well in Search and Destroy, then it's not likely you'll be able to earn one of the power weapons. You might be able to earn one of the abilities, but that's pretty much it. So there you have it. I know I didn't test every single game mode, but this is just to give you kind of an indication of how it works with the multipliers. Basically, if there's more score to go around in that game mode, you're likely going to have a higher multiplier, and it's going to take a little bit longer to earn that power weapon or ability. But keep in mind that assumes that you're not earning any score, so it really balances itself out once you actually start getting kills and playing the objective and stuff. It'll usually take about the same amount of time, with the exception of Search and Destroy. So next up, we're going to be sharing exactly what score does to your charge times, because if you guys have noticed, when you get kills or when you play the objective and you get score that pops up on your screen, it actually gives you a nice little boost towards your meter. And what I was able to calculate very consistently in every single game mode is for every 100 score that you earn in any of the game modes, it will take 24 seconds off of your charge time. Just to put that into perspective for you, if you're playing Team Deathmatch and you're using the Ripper, that means it's going to take you just over 4 kills to earn the Ripper. Now, it's technically 4.25 kills, but if you think about the time between those kills, it's going to be that 0.25, and it's going to make up for that. So it's going to take you 4 kills to earn a Ripper in Team Deathmatch. Now, on the opposite end of the spectrum, if you're playing Team Deathmatch and going for a Scythe, which normally takes 6 minutes to earn, this will take you 15 kills in order to earn it, but that doesn't account for the amount of time that passes between kills, so it's more likely going to be like 12 to 13 kills to earn a Scythe in Team Deathmatch, assuming a couple minutes passes between all of those kills. I want to also be very clear here that score is score when it comes to this. It doesn't necessarily have to be kills. I was just breaking it down as kills to simplify things. 100 score is 100 score. Doesn't matter where you get that 100 score from. So finally, let's have a look at the Overclock perk in Black Ops 3. So Overclock, all it does is it gives you a 0.75 multiplier to your charge time. Doesn't matter which game mode it's in, it just gives you a 0.75 multiplier. And this means that it takes 25% off of your charge time. So just as an example, if we're looking at the Ripper, again, we'll just take the Team Deathmatch example because that's our baseline that we go off of all the time. It takes 1 minute 42 seconds to earn the Ripper, but if you have Overclock on, it will now take 1 minute 17 seconds to earn the Ripper. And this means you'll save a total of 25 seconds. Now, just to contrast that, again, we're going to have a look at the Scythe here. It takes a total of 6 minutes to earn the Scythe without Overclock. Once you add Overclock on, it now only takes 4.5 minutes. So you're actually saving a full 1.5 minutes when you have Overclock on and you're going for the Scythe. So as you can see, it shaves off quite a bit more time when you're going for those power weapons or abilities that take longer to earn by default. And this is why I wouldn't necessarily recommend using Overclock for something like the Ripper, because it's really the difference between like 1 kill, and that's all it really is. And I find that's just a waste of a perk point, unless you're going for like the specialist challenges. If you're going for the hero challenges and stuff, then yeah, by all means, you should use Overclock. But it's not helping you as much if you're going for something like a Ripper, compared to when you're going for something like a Scythe. So there we have it. Those are all the charge times and basically how all the charge times work for all of the specialists in the game. I hope you guys learned something new today. I know I did when I was doing a lot of this testing here, and I really find this video is going to be very helpful for everybody that watches. If you enjoyed the video, a like rating is always appreciated, and don't forget to subscribe for more if you haven't already. I'll talk to you guys next time.